Hi everyone, this is Jeet Damani from TE Electronics. So in this experiment we are going to study design of an integrator using OP-Amp OP07 and study its frequency response using the LT-Spice software. So first we will obtain the calculations for the component values required for the design of this integrator. We are given here FA is equals to 1 kHz, FB is equals to 10 kHz, which is 10 times of FA. The FA frequency is the frequency at which the gain drops by 3 dB, and FB is the frequency at which the gain is approximately 0 dB. So here we are assuming CF is equals to 10 nanofarad, and using this formula of FA we are getting RF is equals to approximately 16 kilo ohms, and similarly using this formula of FB we are getting R1 as 1.6 kilo ohms. We are getting R1 at 1.6 kilo ohms, and this offset compensation resistor will be R1 parallel RF, which is approximately equal to R1, that is 1.6 kilo ohms. So now for the design, we'll go to the LT-Spice. To create a new schematic, click on this new schematic option. Now to place a component, click on this component option. We'll now search for OP07, type in OP07 and press enter. To place the component over here and press escape. Now we need resistors in the circuit, so click on this resistor option, press Ctrl R to rotate the component. Now I'll again press Ctrl R to rotate it. Now we also need capacitor, so click on this capacitor option, press Ctrl R to rotate, similarly place it over here, press escape. Now we also need a supply for this inverting terminal, so click on this component option, type in voltage, press enter. We also need two DC power supplies for this rail voltages of op-amp, so place these two DC power supplies over here. Now we will connect these components. So for that, click on this wire, we'll also connect these two DC power supplies. Press escape. Now I'll place the ground in the circuit, so for that click on this ground option. This common terminal of this DC power supply will be grounded. Now we will just change the label of this component for our convenience. So right click on this component, change this to RF. Similarly, right click on this, change it to CF. I will change this to RComp. We will also label this net. So for that, right click on this net, click on label net and type in, we will label it as Vout and place it over here. Similarly, right click on this net, click on label net and type in VCC. We'll also place one label over here for the VCC. Similarly, we'll label this as VEE. Now for the component values, these two DC power supplies will be of 15 volts each. So type in, we have right click on that component and now we'll type in at 15 volts. Similarly, right click on this component and type in 15 volts. Now as we have calculated the value of the components, RF value is 16 kilo ohms. So right click on this R, type in 16K. Similarly, CF is 10 nanofarad. R1 we have calculated as 1.6K, and R comp is also 1.6K. So now for this power supply, it will be a sinusoidal source. So for that, right click on this component, click on advanced, go to sine. Now DC offset will be 0, amplitude will be 1 volt, that is a 2 volt peak to peak input, frequency will be 1 kilohertz, and this AC amplitude will be 1. Press enter. OK. We'll just label this circuit for a convenience. So now we are done with our circuit design. Now we'll simulate it. So for that, click on the simulate option, click on run. Go to AC analysis. Select the type of sweep as linear. Number of points will be 1000. Start frequency is 1. Stop frequency will be 100K. Press enter. Now click on this Vout net. We'll maximize this. Now right click on this X axis. Check this logarithmic box and type in OK. So now as you can see, our gain is constant for approximately constant for 20 dB for the frequency which is less than FA, that is 1 kilohertz. At FA our gain drops by approximately 3 dB, and at FA which we are having it as 1 kilohertz, the gain drops from 20 dB to approximately 17 dB, and at 10 kilohertz which is our FB frequency, the gain is approximately 0 dB. So we have studied the frequency response. So our frequency response of an integrator tells us that it can be used as a low pass filter. So now we'll also see the transient analysis. So for an integrator, when we give a sine wave input, the output is a cosine wave. So we'll just right click on this component, remove this AC amplitude, and also right click on this, change this to transient analysis. You can give stop time of 5 milliseconds, and now we'll go to simulate and click on run. We'll check the input voltage. So it is 2 volts peak to peak, and it is a sine wave. So for a sine wave input, we are getting a cosine wave as the output of the integrator. This is the observation table. So as we have seen, the gain is approximately constant for frequencies less than FA. At FA, the gain drops by approximately FA, that is 1 kilohertz. Our gain drops by approximately 3 dB from its max value, peak value of constant value, and at F is equals to FB, that is 10 kilohertz, our gain is approximately 0 dB. Over here it is minus 0.5, that is approximately equal to 0 dB. So as we have seen, for a sine wave input, the output is a cosine wave. For a square wave input, the output is a triangular wave. The output will be triangular wave, and for a triangular wave input, the output is a sine wave. And we have studied the frequency response already previously, and we have at FA the gain dropping by 3 dB, and at FB, that is 10 kilohertz, our gain is approximately equal to 0 dB. So we have studied the frequency response of an integrator. Thank you.